Once more unto the breach, dear friends. Once more. The Nerf community loves shotgun-style blasters. Many have sleek and smooth pump action connected to a rotating cylinder. It's even better when it's tube-fed, at least when it works. And there's something so satisfying about multi-shot. Sillybutts upped the game with his silly shells. Their chonky geometry allows for use with all ammo types and multi-shots with a huge variety. Its ejectable shell allows for shells to load into a magazine. But where the silly shell really shines, it's in its ability to transfer from tube to breech. After nearly 2 years in development, the day has finally arrived. We now have the ultimate shotgun blaster, the Breacher. At nearly 3 feet long and weighing in at 5 pounds, it may be a bit much, but it is the best true shotgun blaster we've got. I'm Myster Mynd, and I'm going to show you why. I'm Myster Mynd from Planet Mind Play Lab. I organize Nerf battles, I mod blasters, and now I review blasters. Welcome to a review and overview of the Breacher. Thank you to Out of Darts for providing this amazing piece of foam flinging hardware in these wonderful colors. Let's do a rundown of its main features.
It has a powerful plunger tube, smooth pump action, a tube with a threaded cap so you can add tube extensions, a comfortable grip, a line of pick rail on top, great for shell carriers or an optic, and a last resort shell holder. Nice.
Like all Sillybutts creations, the files are free to print and download. At about a pound more than the Battle Axe, this big boy was going to use a lot of filament. You can purchase hardware kits from places like Out of Darts. If you don't have access to a printer, then hardware kit and parts will cost you about $310. Fully assembled, the Breacher will be $370. I echo the reviewer praise of the Breacher. Good ergo, really slick and comfortable design, and consistent performance. In stock form, this blaster holds 4 shells in the tube and 1 in the chamber. At the time of this video, tube mag extenders are available from Out of Darts for $5 and $10, giving you a 1 to 2 shell boost. That gives you the same capacity as the 7 shell magazine Battle Axe, like this one.
So let's get the obvious question out of the way first. Why pay an extra $90 for a Breacher over a Battle Axe? Is it worth it? Depends. These are both Sillybutts blasters. They both have an easy pump grip system. They both load easily. And they both shoot silly shells with a lot of power. Breacher actually has the low power spring of the Battle Axe. The Battle Axe, being shorter and lighter, is easier to wield. You can hip fire, and you can fire in an SMG position. The medium spring in the Battle Axe is a comfortable prime.
It seems like I'm saying that the Breacher isn't worth the extra $90, but I haven't gotten to the blaster's standout game-changing feature. This happens to be the same standout game-changing feature as the previous tube-fed, shell-ejecting shotgun blaster, Spring Thunder. It's the tube mag.
Like Spring Thunder, the tube allows you, if you put in just a small amount of practice, to load extremely fast. as we know, there is a limit on how fast you can load into a magazine. From watching John Wick 3, though, we see what can be accomplished with practice feeding into a tube. While silly shells are bulky, from the start you can easily speed load, and double loading only takes some practice. Taking my time, I load in about 10 seconds. With practice, I think I can get that to 3. I'll never get to 3 seconds with a battle axe.
Compared to other multi-shot, non-magazine fed blasters in my collection, I can never get to a 3-second reload, let alone send 5 to 40 darts downfield. The cool factor is real too. This is a blaster that's going to make you feel like you're in a Hong Kong or Korean action flick. You are going to want to walk into rooms in slow motion. Is tactical loading enough? Is this nearly $400 blaster even practical in gameplay? The footage out there says yes, but I've been skeptical. It adds nearly a foot of length and a pound of weight to enclose the plunger tube in the stock and allow for a tube feed ability. That means you can only fire the battle axe in a shoulder firing position or a hip firing position. Contrast that with the battle axe, where I can use this in my natural firing position.
This feels comfortable, allows me to target, still see the whole field, and allows me to move when I need to. I'm not the only one with this playstyle. My initial problem with Breacher is that its tube feeding function only makes it usable for shoulder firing. Shoulder firing doesn't work for me because when I want to move, I have to do this.
I also initially believed it's only suited to one game type, HVZ. That's because the spread effect of a multi-shot seems well suited to a charging zombie horde or a zombie on the move. As the name implies, Breacher would also be suited to CQB. This seems, however, like an awfully large blaster to run as a secondary. And then I flashed to my favorite moment in John Wick 2, the catacomb scene.
2/3 of the way through, he grabs the Bernelli shotgun, straps on a belt, and goes to work. John Wick doesn't use the Bernelli as a starting weapon. The Breacher isn't intended as a starting blaster, except maybe in HVZ and CQB. But in that John Wick scene, the Breacher's utility clicked.
Shotguns are designed for close quarters. The shotgun blaster is really for flywheeler playstyles, a style that relies on mobility, dashing to closer cover to get that closer angle on your opponent. Breacher can give such a player an advantage, the ability to deal efficient finish tags. At close range, tags between two players can come down to a showdown.
Want to step outside and try it again?
Not that one, but this one. Both are going to shoot each other up. A good shotgun blaster, though, can get you a one-shot tag. So as long as you've got the drop on the opponent, you finish first. If you're not using a multi-shot blaster in a showdown, there's always a slim chance that your first shot will miss, and in the time it takes you to shoot your second and third shot, you get tagged. Those close-up, fast-paced showdowns happen even more often in CQB. Rather than explain how the Breacher fits into your flywheeler playstyle, I'm going to show you.
Let's say you are in a game and you want to dash from cover A to cover B so you can get close enough to an opponent to get that flanking tag. To make things interesting, let's say that player is king of games. He regularly attends my blaster battles, so it's actually a possibility. If I am only wielding the breacher, when I try to move from A to B, I can't provide my own suppressing fire. I just have to run for it.
When I make that move, King of Games is going to tag me. Probably in the face.
But if I think like John Wick, then I draw my flywheeler. I dash from A to B, providing my own cover fire.
But let's pause there. You can do that with any shotgun blaster. True. But you can't get to point B, take 3 to 4 seconds to load up, and deliver 50 to 40 pieces of foam at close range. If, for example, you tried that with a boom dozer, modded for half darts, at 5 seconds, I'm not even halfway done. I'm going to get rushed and tagged. You can't even do that with a battle axe.
Also, the battle axe, while shorter than the breacher, is oddly bulkier than a breacher because of the box mag. I don't want to bang that box mag hard against anything. It's also harder to operate on a 2-point sling. The breacher's natural form means I can use it efficiently on a sling. With proper equipment, sling mounts, a shell carrier that feeds easily, and a bunch of practice, then you've got something that really adds to your game. Closing thoughts. The breacher, it's not for everyone. It's long. It's heavy. That extra weight, though, gives it a consistent performance and a really finished look. This is a blaster that's really fun and cool to use. With regular use, you can go beyond those cool and fun vibes. If, in my opinion, you pair it with a flywheeler, you will turn yourself into a more versatile and unpredictable player. I'm Myster Mynd. Thanks for watching.